If you were a man over 40 and you've started noticing changes in your bathroom habits, this is something you shouldn't ignore. Many men quietly assume it's just aging, something that happens to everyone sooner or later, but that assumption doesn't tell the full story. This is not about fear, panic, or embarrassment. It's about understanding what your body is doing and why certain changes feel subtle at first, then slowly become harder to ignore as months and years pass. Urologists and men's health specialists talk about this every single day. Research continues to show that prostate symptoms are influenced by inflammation, circulation, hormone balance, and long-term lifestyle patterns. One of the biggest misconceptions is that prostate enlargement is sudden. In reality, it usually develops gradually, often over decades, which is why many men don't notice it until daily routines start to change. The prostate is a small gland, but its position makes it very influential. As it enlarges, even slightly, it can affect urinary flow, bladder emptying, and nighttime comfort. Many men first notice needing to urinate more often, especially at night. Others notice a weaker stream or a feeling that the bladder never fully empties. These changes are easy to dismiss at first. Diet plays a quiet but powerful role in how prostate tissue behaves over time. Food choices influence inflammation levels, hormone activity, and blood flow, all of which affect prostate comfort. A lot of men don't think much about tomatoes unless they appear in fast food or sauces. What often goes unnoticed is that cooked tomatoes contain lycopene, a compound linked to prostate tissue protection. Lycopene becomes more available when tomatoes are cooked, not raw. This means foods like tomato soup, stews, and sauces may offer more benefit than occasional raw slices. When lycopene intake stays low over many years, prostate tissue may become more vulnerable to oxidative stress. This stress can contribute to gradual enlargement and irritation. Another area men rarely think about is snacking. Many snacks are chosen for convenience, not nutrition, and they often add inflammation without providing protective nutrients. Pumpkin seeds are an example of a small food with a meaningful nutrient profile. They contain zinc and plant compounds that support normal prostate function and tissue balance. Zinc plays a role in prostate health throughout a man's life. Low levels have been associated with worsening urinary symptoms and reduced tissue resilience. Even a small daily portion of pumpkin seeds can be a supportive habit when practiced consistently. The key is repetition over time, not large amounts at once. Modern diets often rely heavily on red meat and fried foods. While these foods are common, they tend to increase inflammation throughout the body, including around the prostate. Inflammation doesn't usually cause pain at first. Instead, it creates subtle pressure changes and sensitivity that slowly affect urinary patterns. Fatty fish, such as salmon, sardines, and mackerel, provide omega-3 fats that help regulate inflammatory responses. These fats also support blood flow to pelvic tissues. Better circulation helps tissues receive oxygen and nutrients more efficiently. Over time, this supports overall prostate comfort and function. One of the biggest points of confusion for men is the overwhelming amount of misinformation online. Prostate health is often presented as either hopeless or magically fixable. Extreme claims promise instant shrinkage, dramatic overnight results, or guaranteed outcomes. These claims rarely reflect how the body actually works. Real prostate support tends to be gradual. It depends on steady habits practiced daily, not extreme changes done briefly. Vegetables are often treated as optional, especially by men who feel otherwise healthy. But certain vegetables have a unique role in hormone processing. Broccoli, cabbage, and cauliflower help the body manage hormones involved in prostate growth. This process happens quietly in the background, without noticeable immediate effects. When these vegetables are missing from the diet for years, hormone balance may slowly shift in a way that encourages enlargement. Lightly cooked cruciferous vegetables are often easier to digest and still provide beneficial compounds that support long-term prostate stability. Fruit intake also changes with age. Many men gradually eat less fruit, reducing their intake of antioxidants without realizing it. Berries such as blueberries and strawberries are rich in compounds that protect cells from oxidative damage. This protection is especially important for tissues that change slowly over time. Oxidative stress doesn't cause immediate symptoms, but it contributes to gradual tissue irritation and sensitivity. Adding small portions of berries regularly can support cellular health without requiring major dietary changes. One of the most overlooked factors affecting prostate comfort is hydration timing. Many men reduce water intake to avoid frequent urination. Ironically, dehydration can irritate the bladder and worsen urgency. Concentrated urine may increase discomfort rather than reduce it. Drinking more fluids earlier in the day and gradually reducing intake in the evening often feels more comfortable than extreme restriction. Nighttime urination is one of the most frustrating symptoms for men. Interrupted sleep affects energy, mood, and overall quality of life. Small adjustments to hydration timing, combined with supportive food choices, often make nighttime symptoms easier to manage. Another factor rarely discussed openly is pressure on the pelvic area. Long periods of sitting can affect circulation to the prostate. Movement supports blood flow. Even light walking helps reduce stagnation in pelvic tissues and supports normal function. Stress also plays a role. Chronic stress affects hormone balance and inflammation levels, indirectly influencing prostate comfort. Many men carry stress silently, especially when health changes feel personal or embarrassing. This emotional tension can worsen physical symptoms. It's important to understand that prostate changes are extremely common. Experiencing them does not mean something is wrong with you as a person. Most men will experience some degree of prostate enlargement as they age. Many manage it successfully with lifestyle awareness and medical guidance when needed. Supporting prostate health usually comes down to reducing inflammation, supporting circulation, and avoiding unnecessary pressure on the bladder. Food choices influence all three of these factors quietly, day after day, without dramatic signals. Consistency matters more than perfection. Occasional indulgences don't undo progress, but daily habits shape long-term outcomes. Men often ask how long it takes to notice changes. Improvements usually appear gradually over weeks or months, not days. Some men notice improved flow first. Others notice fewer nighttime interruptions or less urgency during the day. These changes can significantly improve quality of life, even if the prostate itself changes slowly. It's also important to recognize when dietary support is not enough. Severe or rapidly worsening symptoms should always be discussed with a healthcare professional. Blood in urine, sudden inability to urinate, or significant pain should never be ignored. There is no shame in seeking medical guidance. Early evaluation often prevents complications and provides peace of mind. Understanding your body is an empowering process. Knowledge reduces fear and helps you make informed decisions. Small, consistent adjustments often matter more than dramatic interventions. This applies to food, movement, hydration, and stress management. Your prostate is not an enemy. It is a responsive organ influenced by how you live over time. Taking care of it is part of taking care of yourself as you age, just like joint health, heart health, and mental well-being. If this information feels relevant to you, know that you are not alone. Millions of men navigate these changes quietly every day. Awareness is the first step toward feeling better long-term. Supportive habits practiced consistently often lead to meaningful improvement. If you want more shame-free, evidence-based content focused on men's health as we age, you'll find it here.